Hello everybody, how are we all doing? I hope you're having a good weekend so far. So today is Sunday the 29th of March 2015 and you are all seeing my outfit as is. This is Val-Zod, aka Superman of Earth 2. This is a costume that I have worn today and yesterday at Newcastle Film and Comic Con, which took place this weekend, and I've had a blast. My first venture into cosplay, and I have to admit, wow, it is beautifully awesome. Such an amazing experience, getting stopped quite a fair bit by a lot of people to take pictures with me, of me, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. It was also good to see other people in costume as well. I've taken a whole host of pictures with a number of people in character, in cosplay and stuff, and it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. The big name guests that were there this year, we had James Masters from Buffy, Angel, Smallville and Torchwood as well, and we had Eve Miles, who was also in Torchwood, and also Kristana Loken from Terminator 3, and a whole host of people from Star Wars, Doctor Who, and even Scrubs, Roberto, I believe it's Roberto Macchio, or Robert Macchio, I think that's his name. So yeah, so quite a huge number of celebrities were there, and comic book guests were there. There was a few, but for me, the big one for me was Marcus Toe, who has done stuff obviously for both Marvel and DC, but he did a mini-series run for Huntress, which I enjoyed so much that I was very surprised when I found out that Huntress was actually from Earth 2. She was actually Robin of Earth 2, which was really good. And then when I ventured into that side of the Earth 2 universe was then when Val-Zod appeared. He was just this. First of all, we had no idea who he was. Then it turns out he was Kryptonian, this, that and the other, and then suddenly he revealed his outfit, and it's pretty much what I'm wearing now, and I was taken away by it, and I thought to myself, well, I knew I wanted to dress up for this year, for Comic Con, but I was going to go for the Man of Steel suit that Henry Cavill wore in the movie, but then later on I was like, hang on, wait, didn't we see a Val-Zod costume appear in the comics? I thought, so I spoke to my friend John, who was one that actually designed the logo that I've got here, and also the wrist and the waist around my the belts around my waist as well. Redid the cape, because the cape came with a hood, took the hood off and modified it. Also modified a bit of the collar at this of the spandex suit that I'm wearing as well. And when it arrived, I had to glue everything together. But I told him about it, and he said, you know what, that's an even better idea, because it'd be a lot cheaper and a lot easier to put together. So I thought, yeah, brilliant. And the costume came back on Thursday. I had to run around, go buying glues to get everything put together, and was gluing it Thursday night, Friday night. I sat there on Friday. It was very hilarious. Just sat there with this stuck on me. My girlfriend's elasticated belts wrapped around me to hold it in place for about a couple of hours. Took it off, laid it on the table, put boxes, heavy boxes, as heavy as possible on it so that it's set and it stayed down. And to be fair, it has turned out quite alright. And you know what? I loved it so much. When I got home this afternoon, I actually just went to Asda dressed like this. So you can imagine the looks I got. And my girlfriend at first was saying, no, you shouldn't wear it, you shouldn't wear it. But I thought, no, I feel great, I feel awesome. And it was great. I went to Asda dressed up like this. I didn't care. It was brilliant. So I didn't buy a lot of stuff. Haley, on the other hand, because yesterday was myself, Haley, she was dressed as Batgirl. My girlfriend came along as well, so she's never seen anything like this before. So for her, it was a whole new experience. But yeah, all three of us went yesterday. Haley spent a lot of money yesterday. She did again today. It was me and Haley that went today again, and we bought a few things, let's say, but Haley got more stuff than I did. We did get these Superman Returns mugs, 2 for £1. So she bought 2, one for me and one to give to her brother. So it's another little mug for my collection. And this was brilliant. I love this. there was a guy who was selling these, and he actually made them himself. And if you look closely at the bottom there, you can actually see the film cells from the film itself, from Man of Steel. And on the back, he's actually got light strips as well in there. So when you pop the batteries in and you put it up on the wall, you switch it on, it'll actually light up the cells effectively in the background. It'll give it a nice little backlight essentially, which I think is really cool. So I will be putting that up later, just don't know where yet. As I did mention yesterday, you know, as I mentioned earlier, we did have obviously guests, celebrities and comic book artists as well. And you could take stuff in to get your stuff signed from them. For the artist, there was no charge. You can take as many things as you want and get them signed. So I had Marcus Toad basically sign all 6 issues of his Huntress run that he did. So as you can see, this one here at the top, there's his signature right there. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I had a little chat with him as well. He was saying how he got into the gig and how he's actually enjoying it. And this was his first time ever, not just in Newcastle, but in Europe as a whole. So I think he's obviously used to the likes of WonderCon and all of those sort of conventions over in the States, but first time that he's ever been in Europe, and he's enjoying it. So that was good. It was nice of him to say that. But obviously, James Masters, we know that he's been in Buffy and he's been in Torchwood and other TV shows as well. And he's also been the voice of Lex Luthor, especially in the DC Universe Online computer game, and also in the Superman Doomsday animated movie that came out in 2007. So I was umming and ahhing, because I have Smallville box set, I have the Buffy box set, I've got Superman Doomsday on DVD as well, thinking, what should I take with me to get him to sign? Well, in the end, it was a no-brainer. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Signed by James Masters. It says to Cal, because Cal being my nickname, or some of you also know me as CK, as you often call me that as well. So, but people at work and outside of work know me as Cal, and, well, there you go. So now, brilliant. I'm really happy with that, so that's awesome. So that's going to go back in the cabinet, signed by James Masters. Really happy about it. As I said, I got a lot of pictures taken, so I might actually do a separate video just showcasing, you know, the number of pictures that were taken at the convention. So look out for that. I think I'll definitely do that at some point. Might not be today, it'll probably be sometime during next week. But oh, it was so amazing. So, and to everybody, to those of you who guessed who I was actually going to be, because I did post a few clues, and if you're on Facebook, if you know me really well, you know me on Facebook, then you already knew who I was going to be. But I did catch a lot of people off guard. I mean, especially when I was actually at the convention as well. I would say about only 3 or 4 people knew that I was actually Val-Zod. Everybody else was just saying Superman, 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 but some people were like, you're Superman of Earth 2, aren't you? You're Val-Zod. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I was wearing blue contacts as well. I haven't got them on at the moment because I had to take them off when I got home. But yeah, so because Val-Zod has blue eyes, so I had to get blue contacts for him as well. But it was brilliant. It was such an amazing experience, and I have to admit, I applaud the professional cosplayers out there. The work that you guys do is immense, and whilst this has been my first official, you know, foray into that area, I could never do it full time, like as a professional thing, because wow, just running around. I mean, on yesterday morning, myself and my girlfriend, we had to go down to a shop that actually was selling fabric, because we had a bit of a mishap with the red fabric on the logo. We put too much fabric glue and it sort of went through. So yesterday morning we ran to a shop that sold the right fabric. So we cut the fabric, put it on, and as you can see, it's turned out really well. I'm actually really pleased with the way that the costume has turned out, and a lot of people were really pleased with the way that it looked as well. They were congratulating me, saying, you know, how awesome I looked and how good the costume was, and I'm just absolutely in awe. So I want to thank both John Collins, the guy who actually got everything sorted for me, and also to my girlfriend Charlene for helping me put everything on, gluing everything together as well. She's been a real support, so I can't thank her enough. And yeah, it's been great. But if you were at the convention this weekend, you know, drop some comments down below and stuff. You know, next year I don't know who I'm going to be, but I'm hoping I can convince the girlfriend to go in costume as well. So who knows, we may go Superman and Wonder Woman. We'll see. New 52, well, it's not New 52 anymore. They're no longer using that brand after Convergence. So yeah, Superman and Wonder Woman are getting new costumes, but who knows how long they're going to last. You know, by next year they might change, so we'll see. But yeah, looking forward to next year already. I'm hoping we're going to get some more interesting big name people. People I would like to see at the convention: Stephen Amell was already top of the list, Grant Gustin as well. Basically as many people as from Arrow and Flash as possible. In terms of comic books, I'd like to see Jeff Johns one day. If he ever came there, oh my god, the amount of stuff I'm going to take with me to sign would just be ridiculous. Gail Simone as well. Grant Morrison, why isn't he there? He's a UK representative, he's from Scotland. He should be representing here for us in Newcastle as well. Yeah, just too many names to think of. Jim Lee would be good. I would like to see Jim Lee. And who knows, maybe one day, I know that Stan Lee has been to London, film at Comic Con in the past. I would like for him to also visit Newcastle at one point as well. It would be good to have the great Stan Lee visit Newcastle for a convention one day. That would be awesome. But yeah, no, I've had an absolute blast. Thanks to everyone who I took pictures with and people who took pictures of me. It was absolutely brilliant. Thanks to Hayley as well for coming, and also Charlie, my girlfriend, and also you know, Hayley for also coming today as well. I mean, she went yesterday, she was dressed as Batgirl, it was pretty awesome. So yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. So if you see any pictures of me floating about on the internet in my costume, let me know, and yeah, I would like to check it out. That would be awesome. But anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all very much. Here's to next year. Newcastle Film and Comic Con 2015, you have been awesome, and thanks to Showmasters for putting it all together. We'll see you all next year. Bye.